Chapter 7. Darrian Michaels. Darrian Michaels, a vibrant young soul from St. Louis, resided just a stone's throw away from King's Highway. He shared his home with his cherished grandmother, whom he tenderly referred to as Moms. She had been his anchor, the maternal figure that filled the void in his life. Darrian's father had bravely served in Afghanistan and twice in Iraq. While the nuances of his father's duties were beyond Darrian's grasp as a child, he profoundly understood the depth of his love for his father and the immense sacrifice he made for their nation. From the moment Darrian's father enlisted, letters filled with tales of camaraderie and duty became a staple at their home. His mother often reminisced about the mischievous youth his father once was, drawing uncanny parallels between young Darrian and his father's younger self. Nestled not far from their residence was the National Guard Armory, housing the 138th Bravo Company Infantry Unit. Eager to nurture Darrian's budding admiration for the military and to maintain a connection to his father, she made it a ritual to visit Forest Park. Here, among the vast green stretches, soldiers exhibited their strength and resilience, undergoing physical fitness tests. Darrian would gaze in awe, his heart swelling with pride, dreaming of someday donning the uniform and standing shoulder to shoulder with these men. As the years passed and his father embarked on his final tour, a 16-year-old Darrian found himself jogging the 3-mile stretch from his grandmother's house to Forest Park. The soldiers, who once felt like distant idols, had become friends, and the young boy found a sense of belonging amongst Bravo Company. Come test day, Darrian was handed a scorecard of his own, running alongside the soldiers, matching their strides. Yet, among the faces he had grown to recognize, one face always managed to make his heart skip a beat: Sergeant Karnick. The towering sergeant had an aura that made Darrian feel distinctly vulnerable. No other person had that effect on him, save for the time he had locked eyes with a timber rattler during a camping trip with his father. "Darrian!" From a distance, Darrian caught the familiar voice that always seemed to greet him first. There was no mistaking it. It was Specialist Parker. Over time, Parker had become Darrian's unofficial mentor, ensuring the young enthusiast felt integrated within the company. "Moving, Specialist!" Darrian responded enthusiastically, accelerating into a sprint. He cherished every opportunity to immerse himself in the military vernacular, yet he was always slightly hesitant to fully embrace the jargon, particularly with Sergeant Karnick's imposing presence looming. Specialist Parker flashed a smile as Darrian approached. "Always a pleasure to have you with us, Michaels." Parker made it a point to address him by his last name when amongst the unit, reinforcing Darrian's sense of belonging. "Okay, now that we are all finally awake, out of bed and shaved, and have decided to join the rest of the team, Michaels, I believe we have a physical fitness test waiting for us." Specialist Parker enjoyed calling out the last man. "All right, gentlemen. Since we've all decided to rise and shine and grace the team with our presence, I believe we have a task awaiting," Specialist Parker teased with a smirk, giving a playful nudge to Michaels, the last to join. He enjoyed this daily banter. It spurred a sense of urgency in the team. No one wanted to be the last one, not when they risked being the day's jest. "What's the first order of business today?" Specialist Parker questioned, arching an eyebrow. Hands shot up, eager to answer. No one wanted to lag, and as if rehearsed, they chorused, "The push-ups!" "Well done," Parker exclaimed with a nod, genuinely pleased. "Upon my command, fall into your assigned lines in a single file. Stand by for further directions. Ready, fall out." Darrian, fully aware that he wouldn't officially participate in the scored test, stepped aside. He positioned himself at a designated spot, waiting. Once the first of his honorary team completed the exercise, Darrian would replicate it, encouraged and cheered on by the very men he looked up to.